Star Wars is an American epic space opera media franchise created by George Lucas, which began with the eponymous 1977 film and quickly became a worldwide pop culture phenomenon. The Star Wars franchise depicts the adventures of characters a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, in which humans and many species of aliens, often humanoid, coexist with robots or droids who may assist them in their daily routines. Space travel between planets is common due to light-speed hyperspace technology. Spacecraft range from small starfighters to huge capital ships such as Star Destroyers to space stations such as the moon-sized Death Star. Telecommunication includes two-way audio and audio-visual screens and holographic projections. A mystical power known as the Force is described in the original film as an energy field created by all living things that binds the galaxy together. Through training and meditation, those whom the Force is strong with are able to perform various superpowers such as telekinesis, precognition, telepathy, and manipulation of physical energy. The Force is wielded by two major knightly orders at conflict with each other: the Jedi, peacekeepers of the Galactic Republic who act on the light side of the Force through non-attachment and arbitration, and the Sith, who use the dark side by manipulating fear and aggression. While Jedi Knights can be numerous, the Dark Lords of the Sith, or Darts, are intended to be limited to two: a master and their apprentice. The Star Wars canon fictional universe spans multiple eras, including three focused around each of the film trilogies. The Age of Republic, the era in the prequel trilogy in which the Democratic Galactic Republic is corrupted by its ruler, Palpatine, secretly the Sith Lord Darth Sidious. After orchestrating the Clone Wars between the Republic and a separatist confederation, Palpatine overthrows the Republic and establishes a totalitarian galactic empire. The Age of Rebellion, the era of the original trilogy in which the Empire is fought by the Rebel Alliance in a galactic civil war that spans several years, climaxing with the death of the Emperor and eventually results in the fall of the Empire. The Age of Resistance, the era of the sequel trilogy in which the remnants of the Empire reform as the First Order. Heroes of the former rebellion, aided by the New Republic, lead the resistance against the oppressive regime and its rulers, the mysterious being known as Snoke and his puppet master, the revived Palpatine. The expanded universe of spin-off media depicts different levels of continuity, which were deemed non-canonical and rebranded as Legends on April 25, 2014, to make most subsequent work aligned to the episodic films and the Clone Wars film and television series. The Star Wars film series centers around three sets of trilogies, which are collectively referred to as the Skywalker saga. They were produced non-chronologically, with episodes 4 to 6, the original trilogy, being released between 77 and 83, episodes 1 to 3, the prequel trilogy, being released between 99 and 2005, and episodes 7 to 9, the sequel trilogy, being released between 2015 and 2019. Each trilogy focuses on a generation of the Force-sensitive Skywalker family. The original trilogy depicts the heroic development of Luke Skywalker. The prequels tell the backstory of his father Anakin, while the sequels star Luke's nephew Kylo Ren. An anthology series set between the main episodes entered development in parallel to the production of the sequel trilogy, described by Disney Chief Financial Officer Jay Razalo as origin stories. The first entry, Rogue One 2016, tells the story of the rebels who steal the Death Star plans just before Episode 4. Solo, a Star Wars story in 2018, focuses on Han Solo's backstory, also featuring original trilogy co-protagonists Chewbacca and Lando Calrissian, and involving prequel trilogy villain Darth Maul. Lucasfilm has a number of Star Wars movies in development, including a trilogy which will be written by The Last Jedi writer-director Rian Johnson and be independent from the Skywalker saga. Additionally, a film based on the Knights of the Old Republic video games was reported to be in development, with Leita Kalogridis writing the script. In September 2019, it was announced that Kennedy and Kevin Feige will collaborate to develop a Star Wars film. In January 2020, a film set in the era of the High Republic was reported to be in development. In February 2020, a film was announced to be in development from director J.D. Dillard and writer Matt Owens. In May 2020, Lucasfilm announced that Taika Waititi has been hired to direct a Star Wars film from a script he is co-writing with Christy Wilson Cairns. The franchise holds a Guinness World Records title for the most successful film merchandising franchise. In 2020, the Star Wars franchise's total value was estimated at $70 billion US, and it is currently the fifth highest grossing media franchise of all time. So here are 21 things you need to know about Star Wars. 21. Mark Hamill was in a car accident while filming one of the movies. Whilst filming Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, Mark Hamill was in a bad car accident, causing severe facial scarring. In order to explain the scarring in the movie, the scene in which Luke Skywalker is attacked by a Wampa was later added in. 20. E.T.'s alien species are part of the Star Wars universe. Steven Spielberg suggested to his good friend George Lucas that a member of E.T.'s species, called a Grebleep, should be placed in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. As a hidden Easter egg and nod to the classic movie, 3 Grebleeps were placed in a shot of the Galactic Senate. In fact, Spielberg also included a character in a Yoda costume in E.T. 19. The famous twist in The Empire Strikes Back was kept secret from the actors. Instead of saying the line, "I am your father," that would later be recorded by Darth Vader's voice actor James Earl Jones, the actor who physically played Darth Vader in Episode 5 was directed to say, "Obi-Wan killed your father." This kept many cast and crew members in the dark about the shocking twist until the film's completion. 18. George Lucas was fined $250,000 for not using traditional opening credits. A New Hope was among the first modern films to not actually give credit to anyone at the start of the movie. Its prologue screen crawl is now one of the most famous opening sequences in cinematic history. Still, George Lucas was fined $250,000 for it, leading to his resignation from the Directors Guild. 17. Alec Guinness wasn't really a fan of Star Wars. Yes, the first actor to play Obi-Wan Kenobi actually dismissed the original movie as fairy tale rubbish. Despite that, his agent worked out a deal in which Guinness would receive 2% of George Lucas's gross earnings from the Star Wars franchise. The Guinness estate collects Star Wars revenue to this very day. 16. Yoda was going to be played by a monkey. According to J.W. Rinsler's 2010 book, The Making of Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back, everyone's favorite wise green Jedi was almost played by a monkey. There are even photos of the monkey carrying Yoda's cane and wearing a mask to prove it. 15. The Machete Order is the supposed superior way to view the first 6 movies. Want to watch all Star Wars movies in chronological order? One way to do so is by watching the episodes in the Machete Order, a universally acknowledged pattern that starts with episodes 4 and 5, then follows with 1 through 3, and finishes with episode 6. Number 14. Chewbacca almost had to wear pants. Apparently, some studio execs took issue with the Wookiee wearing a bandolier and nothing else. Mark Hamill even said that he remembers sketches of Chewie in shorts and other clothing being sent over to the set. Obviously, they changed their minds. 13. Darth Vader can't attend Star Wars events. As of 2010, David Prowse, the actor who physically portrayed Darth Vader in episodes 4 through 6, is no longer allowed to attend Star Wars conventions and other events. George Lucas reportedly gave no reason other than Prowse burnt too many bridges. 12. It's hard to watch the Star Wars Holiday Special. This 1978 official spin-off movie of the franchise is hard to watch in more ways than one. It's downright hard to find. It has never been rebroadcast or officially released, though Carrie Fisher does reportedly own a copy of it to play at the end of parties when she wants guests to leave. Number 11. Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader has been played by 6 different people. They include David Prowse, James Earl Jones, Bob Anderson, Sebastian Shaw, Jake Lloyd, and Hayden Christensen. Number 10. Topher Grace edited episodes 1 through 3 into one 85-minute film. The actor from that 70s show is a fellow Star Wars fan, and to practice his editing skills, he cut all 3 prequels into one shorter, more effective movie. It is so far unavailable for general viewing due to copyright issues, but Grace did screen it once after its completion. Number 9. James Earl Jones was not so lucky. The Force was not as strong with the agent of James Earl Jones. The famous voice of Darth Vader has since told the media that his agent didn't think the first film would be a success and advised him at the time to just take the money and run. He was paid up front for his work and received only $7,000. Number 8. All clone trooper outfits were created with CGI. A lot of the 3 Star Wars prequel films were heavy on CGI. Even the clone trooper outfits were digitally rendered. Was it really that difficult to use real actors and costumes? Number 7. Samuel L. Jackson's lightsaber has something unique engraved on it. Remember Mace Windu's purple lightsaber? Well, apparently it had the words "bad motherfucker" engraved on it. Samuel, you legend. Number 6. NSYNC almost made a cameo. Members of the incredibly popular early 2000s boy band NSYNC was initially shot as extras in Attack of the Clones. Fortunately, Lucas came to his senses and cut the scenes from the movie. Just a few months later, the band went on hiatus and then broke up. Number 5. Tupac Shakur auditioned for the role of Mace Windu. Imagine that. Instead, Samuel L. Jackson got the role. It's not clear when Tupac actually auditioned for the role of Mace, considering filming began in 1997, less than a year after his death. However, Rick Clifford, who worked as an engineer at Death Row Records, said in a recent interview from the website Tupac Forum, "Tupac said to me, 'Old man, keep your fingers crossed. I've got 3 movies coming up. One of them I've got to read for George Lucas.'" Number 4. Star Wars and Marvel have something in common. President of Marvel Studios Kevin Feige is a self-proclaimed Star Wars fan. He loves the franchise so much to the point where he included a Star Wars Easter egg in a few of his Marvel movies. He made sure that at least one character gets an arm cut off, just like Luke Skywalker in The Empire Strikes Back. Number 3. Star Wars and Doctor Who shared the same costumes. Remember the bounty hunter Bosk? Well, his costume is a recycled spacesuit from the classic Doctor Who episode, The 10th Planet. Number 2. The phrase "I have a bad feeling about this" is mentioned in every film. "I have a bad feeling about this" is an actual fact said in every Star Wars film. It became that much of a running gag that it even appears in non-Star Wars related George Lucas projects like in Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and the Monkey Island series of LucasArts games. Even BB-8 said the special words in his droid language. Of course, this was a hidden Easter egg in The Last Jedi that many fans struggled to spot. Number 1. Yoda's species has never been named. That's right, George Lucas decided to keep the name and background of Yoda's species a mystery. So he's a mystery character. He's a magical character. He has no background. He comes and he goes. He's the subversive, secret, mysterious stranger that enters a film and then exits at the end, George said. So that was 21 things you should know about Star Wars. Before leaving, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.